Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's another Mythic Monday, and boy has it been a minute since we've done one of those. Today we're going to be taking a look at the first figure that I got from the Mythic Legions Retailer Appreciation Wave, and that is Vernaliss Ardenscale. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valiverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here we have a closer look at the package. We have his faction symbol right there. You can see just about every single thing that comes with him in the package. We have his little write-up right here if you want to pause that and sort of like give that a look. You certainly can. And then here on the back, we have the beautiful like gold Four Horsemen logo, the logo here as well in that gold foil stamping. And then we have the state of mythos, as it were. You have everybody right here that is sort of like working on the team there. I really appreciate that. Beautiful artwork there on the back. So let's get this guy opened up and out of the package and take a closer look at everything he comes with. All right, here we have the accessories he comes with. He does come with this really nice staff, and we do have the Father Christmas topper on it. I think that's pretty nice and works well with this guy. We do get, man, so many different types of belts and things. Let's kind of go over them here. You do have this additional topper, which I like as well. I believe this is the one that came with Krotos, if I'm not mistaken. It's very soft and rubbery. It's made out of a very soft material, so you can use that. It's got various little trinkets and balls and like a little tile here that's been carved on, but it's very rubbery. It's very soft and rubbery. It's almost like it wasn't supposed to be cast in this particular plastic. It just feels too soft. But I do like it. I think I like it better than the Crook. So we're going to leave that on here. He does come with two belts. You have one of the newer style belts here with all the ornate scroll work and the belts here. It does appear at first blush that it's all painted one color, but I do think there's like a little goldish bronze used on the buckles and buttons. So it is a little different if you take a closer look. You do have that 1.0 style belt that we've seen 1,000,005 times. You do have the little bag as well. I believe this also came with Krotos. They may be in the same tool as this, and so like when you press one, you may as well, when you do the injection mold, if that's what they use, then you may as well do them both. That's very possible, but I do like the scroll work and the scroll down here below. Yeah, it just looks really nice. Some little painted buckles and buttons on the strap as well. You do get his pauldrons, and I don't remember who these came with first. I do know that we had them on like Debon, right? Like, didn't these come with Debon? I don't know who was before that. Lord Bardrick, maybe. I think also had these, and they're kind of like in this bronzy brownish color, which I really dig for this guy. And then we get some newer stuff. So we have the snake effect that was, I believe this came with Thrace, if I'm not mistaken, but I do love how it's painted in, or not, I don't know if it's painted at all, but it's cast in like this yellow translucent plastic. And then we have a little bit of orange fade here, and then a little darker orange fade here at the top, which I really like the interplay of the orange against the green of the figure. We have this bird here also cast in that same yellow translucent with a little orange fade on it. And you do have some articulation there where like the head is on like a little swivel and you can move the head around. and it is locked onto this brace or this gauntlet piece that you want to put on his arm, which is really nice. With the way that it's sculpted, you can only put this on his left arm. So, that is one of the limitations of this. If it was on like more of a, I really don't know what they could do there to sort of like figure that out. He comes with, man, a whole hands pack here. We have two fists, beautifully sculpted and painted. That we've seen these sculpted hands before, but we do get two fists. We do get two gripping hands on vertical hinges, and then we get two gripping hands on horizontal hinges. And then on him in the package, he does come with two gesturing hands, which are on, let's see, these are on horizontal hinges as well. And then he does come with two heads. You're going to get that coatl head, now that we know that is what the race is indeed called. And you've got that jet black, like snake-like, lizard-like eyes. And then, dude, the inside of that just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I do not like snakes. Beautiful paint job here. I believe this is Eric Miller. The green to yellow green fade is just absolutely beautiful. We've seen these heads before a couple of times now, because they are the heads we got recently in the Cosmic Legions characters pack. And then we also saw this head before on the Ninian soldier, which was the one of the secret table drops at like the 24, I believe it was the 24 Legions Con, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So let's put the regular head on him. We do have one other accessory to look at, and that is his cloak. And this is the same material and the same style that we got with one of the Greyborn from Cosmics. I don't know if it was Ias Sepidian or Cyclovis. It was one of them. I can't remember. It was one of the Greyborn. We got this in like a purplish color, if I'm not mistaken. Is it purple or is it more red? Like a reddish purple, like more of a dark purple. But this is like beautiful, very soft, gauzy like material. And then you have this nice, thick, nice enough, strong enough wire for the material. And you also have the wire around the hood itself. It's a very deep hood, and this looks really nice. So we're going to try it with him with it and without. So now let's take a closer look at the figure itself. I am always trying out new things here on the channel, and this little rotating base was something I got sent to me by my good friend Sean over there at our, one of our favorite cape makers, Action Figure Armory on eBay. So he sent me this, and I absolutely love this base, and I want to try it out for a review. So that's what we're going to do here. Let me move some of these lights. I'm going to try to keep the actual color of the figure as much as possible. But here we have that Ninian body. We've seen it a few times now. We've actually been very familiar with this body. It is the body that we got with Oleg Saigar in the very first wave of Cosmic Legions, and then we've seen it several times be used, and now we're pretty much, where we've got this guy like head to toe almost. I think the only part we may not have is like the lower legs maybe, and the lower arms, but other than that, I think we've pretty much got almost a full dragon, lizard, snake scale body. I am loving this belt. I believe this is the belt that came on the newest version of Gideon Heaven's brand. I love the double belt. It's so universal. It's so role-playing game. It's so barbarian. The double belt here, I just think that's great. You do have this green soft goods piece here. It's got a fair amount of distressing in the cut of it, but not in like the paint. There's no muddy fade or painting on there. You can see the belt's got some little pockets here. You got two loops on this side. We do have like these wooden or sort of organic wood material bracers. We've seen these before in the Thraxian Scout. We've seen the leg armor again before with the Thraxian Scout. And then this, I believe, is the piece from the Mask of the Red Death. I'm not sure if we've seen this piece before. If we have, let me know in the comments down below. If it's new, let me know as well. One of the things I forgot to mention in the accessories is his tail. It is a bendy wire tail, and it does have that little plug here. So we're gonna try that out in his old little boom boom hole. But I'm loving this guy. I love this particular sculpt. I've loved it for quite a while, and then I really like how it gets recolored and repurposed for different figures. Now, this is pretty dope because you do have this piece, which I think was new with the Ninian, if I'm not mistaken. So you have this little piece that you can put on if you want to, put on one of the back adapters. If you want the it doesn't hinder the sculpt for the holes for the shoulder pads or the pauldrons, which is really nice. It just kind of fills out that back with a little ridge. We do have the new style neck with the hinge. So like if you want to like rotate this head like all the way down, you certainly can. Like it's just going to get so much bend there, and it does give you a lot of leeway up. Now, of course, that is going to leave a little bit of gap here. And, you're not going to get as much mobility if you go with this mouth open, ready to strike, ready to bite head. Come on, let's get on there. It is going to hinder how much mobility you have going down, but it still goes down quite a ways. Arms, you can go all the way out to the side. You can go all the way around. You've got that. Not like a bicep swivel, but you've got the elbow swivel, single jointed arms. It's gonna, if you position it correctly with that bracer, you can get a bend about right there. Hinge and swivel at the wrist. You do have that new style of upper torso joint, and then the ball joint at the waist. If you engage it all together, you can bend that far, and you can bend it back about that far. I'm not giving a lot of mobility. I may have to give this guy a hot water bath because it is cold here in my office today. You got that full rotation at the waist, no drop down on the hips. You do have that really nice high thigh cut swivel there. Leg can go forward that far. Nice bit of orange, like yellowish orange paint in there. I didn't see until I moved the leg. Legs can go out to the side that far. Can go back that far. You do have rotation here at the cut, and then you can bend back 90 degrees on your knee, and then a little bit of rotation at the knee. You've got that knee rotation as well, and then hinge and swivel rocker for your feet. And so that is the articulation there. Now, sometimes with these tails and the boom boom holes, they want to, sometimes they work with you, and then sometimes they work against you. And man, that goes in very nice and secure. You kind of feel it lock in. It feels good there. And then you do get some rotation. So, if you don't have a stand to put this guy on, not that he needs one, but that tail is going to help you out quite a bit with that. Man, I really love this little loincloth piece. That's really dope. We are going to do some popping and swapping with him to see how he kind of plays well with other parts in the Mythic Legions library. And we are also going to bring out some other figures as well to give him a nice comparison. But man, this guy is looking pretty dope. Now, I do want to bring in Oleg Sigar here. So this is the very first time we saw this body. New feet, of course. But we did get this body all the way back with Oleg. And I do have the newer head on him from the character pack. And it looks like maybe with the new legs, maybe that he stands a little taller. He looks a little taller than Oleg there. Then, of course, we saw this guy again in the table drop of the Ninian Guard. Ninian Sentry. I do love this character. The blue and the red, it just shouldn't work, but it does. And it's just gorgeous. It looks fantastic. We see those legs right there looking really nice. We do have different legs here, so maybe it's the lower legs that are giving him the height because this guy is still a little taller. So we do have the scale legs, the bare legs, but we do have the old style lower leg. So maybe it's these lower legs that are giving him the extra height. So we have it in that colorway. So we've got, you know, 3 different colorways. And then here is the Thraxian Scout that we've gotten in the most recent wave of Cosmic Legions. And as you can see there, they're comparable in height and they have the same lower legs. So I think it's the lower legs that we've discovered that are giving us this extra height here, which I dig. You could easily, you know, paint up one of these heads to put on here. You've got, you know, the gauntlets are the same. The lower armor is the same. You could swap over, of course, the belt and all of this and just give him a full set of, you know, organic woodland armor. And I'm sure that would look dope as could be on this guy. So let's get him into some, let's do a little bit of popping and swapping and then get him kitted out with all of his gear and then give our final thoughts. All right, here he is with the Thraxian Scout armor on. Now, of course, the armors are a darker color. This darker brown is not going to match up. But you know what? I mean, you could always pop off the leg and gauntlets and the lower leg and the lower arm armor to match those. You could easily do that. I just didn't want to take the time to do it. Not when I knew I was just going to put it back together the way it was before he goes on my shelf. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. I like the organic nature of this armor. And the Thraxian Scout is one that I've said before, like you could take that right out of the package and throw it right into Mythic Legions. It doesn't look all that alien. It's just like another lizard creature that lives in Mythos. And I think this is a pretty nice pop and swap. And here we're going one step further than a druid and then all the way into wizardry. I took some parts from Scaphoid 2.0, this piece here and his staff and the pauldrons, and then this cape and hood I got from my friend Sean as well from Action Figure Armory. It's got the green and the purple. I just took this off my Scaphoid 2.0 to go full wizard with this guy. If you wanted a snake lizard, hey, look, this guy does not look bad. I may need a snake wizard. A lizard wizard in my future. Dude, lizard wizard, that's dope. I just made that up. All right, we've seen him in a couple of different people's armor, so now I just want to go ahead and show you this guy in his own armor. We've got we got the belt on, his little satchel. We've got the tail. We've got his pauldrons on. I love the way these pauldrons look on this guy. I love just the simplicity of it. And that one's wanting to come out, but I love the simplicity of it. And I think it looks really nice. I think he's really going to come together when we get that cloak on. So let's go ahead and do that. And here he is with that hood on. And like, you know, it does have a wire. So if you want to position this hood further down on his head, it is a very deep hood, which I really like. I think that was a great decision to go with this one because he does have like the way the shape of his head is, you know, you can sort of like have it down over his eyes, kind of Jedi-like. You can have it pulled back a little bit, exposing more of the head. And then, of course, you can have it laying down a little flatter if you'd like. I think he would look great if you put like maybe the Poxus like neck scarf around. I think that would look pretty dope. Yeah, I think that would look. I just got in some Jessam goods that I think may fit the bill for that as well. But and then I do want to bring something to your attention, and like because of the way this is and the way that it was designed for the Greyborn, there are no holes in the cloak. So this is a cloak that's made to go over the pauldrons. It's your figure. You do what you want, dude. It's your display. It's your figure. So if you want to poke holes in the back and put the pauldrons over, you certainly could. The material is really thick. It is a super thick, gauzy material, so it may push against those pauldrons a little bit. That's why I'm not going to do it with mine. But you know, if you wanted to have like a one shoulder out, one shoulder covered, I think that's a great look for this guy as well. Yeah, this dude is just dope, head to toe. So many good looks, so many different looks for this guy, and I'm digging it. He's a great figure, and probably my favorite of the appreciation wave, the retailer appreciation wave, because he's like a wholly new figure, but he's not. He's a complete repaint with complete reused parts, but the way it's all put together, the way it all comes together, just comes together to make something new and brand new, and that is the magic of what Four Horsemen have created. So let's get this guy up on the display base, get him rotating around, and take a closer look at and give our final thoughts. I think I've already said it. This is my absolute favorite release in the brand new retailer wave exclusives. I dig this guy. And you know, look, head to toe, if it's not for the soft goods piece around his waist, if it's not for that, head to toe, this is reuse. But that is what the Four Horsemen do so well, is they take all the parts in their parts library, they look at what works, what have they not used together before, what could they put together in a different way, and then just recast it, repaint it, and it is something wholly new. I love the idea of a druid who is like summoning these ethereal, magical birds, the snake. I'm surprised he didn't come with a translucent rat, right? Like, because everybody comes with a rat these days. Yeah, dude, this is incredible. I absolutely love this guy. I mean, you could easily army build this guy if you know, instead of having him be like a named character, because I just think he's great. I think he would look really cool as like a swordsman or like an infantry. I think that would look dope. But yeah, this guy is incredible. Definitely do not sleep on this figure. I think I may pick up one more just to do something different because I really love this look. I love the color palette, the browns, the greens, the oranges. It all just works. And I want to leave this guy on my shelf as is, but I think I need one more just to make into like a barbarian or a warrior, or maybe a gladiator with some of those armory build parts. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this figure? Have you picked it up yet? Do you plan on picking it up? What are your thoughts? Let me know those. Be sure to check out our podcast called Across the Toyverse. It is wherever you find your podcast and download them. And be sure to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.